Hey guys, it's Bullfit224 back at it again with another deck profile. Today's deck profile I'm going to cover is my Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Now, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon is one of the strongest monsters in the game if he's used properly. This deck was recommended to me by YouTuber named Dark Armduas. Now Dark Armduas is the one that provides these kinds of deck profiles every single month, and I'm so glad that I subscribe to him so I can learn how to build the deck. So, anyways, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That being said, let's get straight into it. So first off, I'm gonna do is 2 copies of Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Now, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon is one of the strongest monsters in this deck. If he attacks a monster that's in defense mode, he's gonna do my opponent double the damage. All right, I'm running 1 copy of Blue Eyes Chaos Max. Now, not Blue Eyes Chaos. Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. Now, Chaos Dragon is the previous form of the final form of Blue Eyes Chaos Max. If he attacks a monster that's in defense position, he can deal piercing damage, but not double piercing damage, but regular piercing damage. And I'm running 3 copies of the OG himself, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, Blue Eyes White Dragon is Kaiba's best monster. So I sent this off a Mausoleum of White. So yeah. And I'm running 1 copy of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Now, Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon is one of those monsters that came from the Dark Side of Dimensions. If I reveal a regular Blue Eyes, I get the special summon onto the field so I can extend my plays and such. I'm running 1 copy of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Now, Jet Dragon is that when a card or a monster on the field gets destroyed, I get the special summon on the field. But my biggest weakness is this card is he get called by the grave. So yeah. I'm running 1 copy of Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. Now, Abyss Dragon allows you to add a ritual spell or a polymerization spell card from my deck. If it's sent to the graveyard, I can boost one of my Blue Eyes monsters by 1,000. If I boost my Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon to 1,000, he has 5,000 attack points, making him the strongest monster on the field. And I'm running 3 copies of Maiden of White. Now, Maiden of White actually lets me play True Light from my deck from my hand deck or graveyard. So now Maiden of White made her debut in the Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck. So I'm so glad to have her on her side. And I'm running 3 copies of Sage of Isa Blue. Now, Sage of Isa Blue lets me, if he's normal summon, I get to add 1 level 1 light tuner, whether it's Master of Eyes or Maiden of White, you name it. Which, speaking of Master of White, I'm running 1 copy of Master of Eyes. If he's normal summon, I get to target 1 level 1 light tuner from my graveyard and add it to my hand. But I can shovel the card from my graveyard into my deck, and then I can target 1 effect monster that I control and send it to the graveyard. And if I do, I get to special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from my graveyard, which means I can special summon either Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon from my graveyard or Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, but he cannot be special summoned in any ways. Oh yeah, and I'm running 1 copy of Bestial Magnemite. Now, what Bestial Magnemite doing inside of a Blue Eyes deck? I'll tell you why. I get to target 1 light or dark monster from either graveyard. I get to banish it, and if I do, special summon this card from my hand. Think of it as a hand trap. At the end phase, this is a quick effect. If my opponent controls a monster, if this card is summoned, I get to activate this effect during the end phase of the turn. I get to add 1 dragon monster from my deck or graveyard to my hand. But the downside is I go and activate his effect once per turn. And I'm running 1 copy of Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler allows you to negate one of my opponent's monsters until the end of the turn. So yeah. Alright guys, that's it. Alright guys, that's it for the monsters. Let's move on to the spells. So for the spells, we're running one copy of Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave helps me to protect my monsters from what Call by the Grave allows me to banish one monster and negate its effects, whether it's Ash Blossom, Droll, Lockbird, any hand traps that my opponents have. One copy of Mausoleum of White. Now, Mausoleum of White allows you to send one Blue Eyes monster from my deck to my graveyard and boost one of my Blue Eyes monsters by 100 based on the number of based on the level as well. Running one copy of Roar of the Blue Eyes Dragons. Now, Blue Eyes White Dragons. Roar of the Blue Eyed Dragons allows you to special summon one Blue Eyes monster in defense in special summon in defense position from my deck, graveyard, or banishment. And then I can also fusion summon this card by using materials from my hand or field, including a Blue Eyes monster. I'm running one copy of Ultimate Fusion. Now, Ultimate Fusion allows you to fusion summon during my opponent's main phase 1. I cannot use that card during the battle phase, but I can use that in my opponent's main phase 2. So yeah. I'm running two copies of the Melody of Awakening Dragons. Now Melody of Awakening Dragons allows you it allows you to add two monsters that are 3,000 or more attack points and 2,500 or less defense points, adding either Blue Eyes, White Dragon, any other Blue Eyes monsters that I can think of. Running two copies of Chaos Form. Chaos Form is the main. It's the key source for all my ritual summons. So, yeah. I'm running three copies of Wishes with Eyes of Blue. Now, Wishes with Eyes of Blue allows you to discard a card, and then I can add a level 1 Light Tuner and a spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon up from my deck to my hand. But I can equip a fusion monster to Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then I can contact fuse with to Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, which I'm about to show you later on in this video. I'm running three copies of Bingo Machine Go. Now, Bingo Machine Go allows you to reveal three cards, either a Blue Eyes monster or a spell or trap mentions in the Blue Eyes, but except for Bingo Machine Go. But the downside is a hard once per turn. I'm running three copies of Book of Eclipse. Now, Book of Eclipse allows you to flip all my opponent's monsters face down, and then if Blue Eyes Chaos Master Dragon attacks to a monster that is in defense position, he's gonna deal him double the damage. I'm running three copies of Forbidden Droplet. Now, Forbidden Droplet helps me to reduce my one of my opponent's monsters in half and then negate its effects. So yeah. Okay, guys, that's it for the spells, guys. Oh. Okay, guys, that's it for the spells here. Let's move on to the traps. So for the traps, I'm not running that much traps today. If yo Dark Duelist, if you're watching this, please make a trap based deck version of Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm begging you. Anyways, moving on. I'm not running that much traps today, so here goes. I'm running one copy of Majesty of the White Dragons. Now, Majesty of the White Dragons allows you to show three Blue Eyes White Dragons. If I have three of them, I get to pop three cards off the field, but there's an extra effect to it. If I can also ritual summon by using ritual summon one ritual monster from my hand by tributing Blue Eyes White Dragon monster for my hand or field. And I'm running one copy of the True Light. Now the True Light allows you to special summon one Blue Eyes monster from my deck or graveyard, but I can add a spell or trap to that as well. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's move on to the extra deck. Oh, I want to be showing this. So for the extra deck, we're running one copy of Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon. Now, Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon, Indigo Eyes, it cannot attack directly that has a normal monster as material. I can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is exceeds summon, I can negate all the effects of all cards my opponent controls, and then I can detach one material from this card and then target one normal monster from my graveyard or banishment, and then I can special summon it. And if I do, it gains 1,000 attack points. I'm running one copy of Typhon. Now Typhon is like a skill drain for all monsters that are 3,000 or more attack points. People are going to be wondering, why are you running Typhon in a Blue Eyes deck? I'll tell you why. It's because it acts as a skill drain for all monsters that are 3,000 more attack points. I'm running one copy of Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Now, Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon is Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon is one of those monsters that I can fuse with. I can use this. I can contact fuse into this. And if I have a Blue Eyes monster that is equipped to it, let's say Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which I'm about to show later on in this video. So yeah, I'm running one copy of Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. Now, Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon he cannot be targeted by or destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, I can target one monster, one card on my opponent's controls, and then I can destroy it. But if I use Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon with two regular Blue Eyes, I can destroy up to 3 cards. 3 cards. That's cool. That's cool, right? But the downside is he cannot attack once his effect is activated. I'm running one copy of Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Now, Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon helps me OTK the opponent if it's the only monster on the field. And I'm running one copy of Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Now, Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon is the cover monster for the Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck. I just bought 3 of them, and some of them are in my budget deck. I'm thinking about building a Blue Eyes Light and Darkness deck. So yeah, please stay tuned for that. I'm running 2 copies of Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Now, Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. Once per turn, when an effect of a card in the graveyard is activated, quick effect, I can negate that activation, and there's another quick effect. I can tribute this single summon monster, special summon a one Night Dragon synchro monster for my extra deck in defense position. If I can special summon Azure Eye Silver Dragon, I can, but I will show you that later right now. I'm running one copy of Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. Now, Azure Eyes Silver Dragon allows you to special summon one Blue Eyes monster, Blue Eyes White Dragon, as long as that monster is a normal monster. So yeah. I'm running one copy of Lightstorm Dragon. Now, Lightstorm Dragon allows you to destroy cards off the field by the number of normal monsters I have in my graveyard. I'm running one copy of Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. Now, Black Rose Moonlight Dragon allows you to bounce monsters back into my opponent's hand. I'm running one copy of Lina, the Light Charmer Luxurious. Now, Luxurious allows you to special summon one light monster from my opponent's graveyard. So yeah. I'm running one copy of Heretic Seal, the Heavenly Spirit. Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spirits. I can tribute this off of it and then I can bounce cards back into my opponent's hand. And I'm running 2 copies of Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Now, Spirit of Eyes of Blue allows you to add Mausoleum of White, or just send it to the graveyard because of its effect. And then I can tribute this, and then I can special summon a Blue Eyes monster. Wait, a Blue Eyes monster from wait, Blue Eyes White, Blue Eyes monster from my hand or graveyard. So yeah. All right, you guys. That is it. That is it. That's it. That's it for the deck, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This deck is super powerful to play with this deck. If you guys have never played Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon before, you should definitely give this deck a try. It's definitely worth the wait. Oh yeah, big shout out to Dark Arm Duelist for providing me with this kind of deck here. So yeah, so lots of deck profiles are coming soon. So hopefully I will try to get my Black Skull Dragon deck done. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on all post notifications on for any new videos here, and make sure you become a member on my Patreon or my YouTube to get access to my Discord. And don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and my channel online, Xbox Live and PSN. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.